stories. Their court has picked Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Kathy Kilonzo's brother, to contest for the Makueni Senate seat. And with me in studio tonight, David Musila, Chairman, Wiper Party, and Senator Kitui, as well as Charles Kanjama, Advocate of the High Court. Thank you very much for your time, gentlemen. I'll start with you, David.
Yeah.
The implications of today's ruling.
Yes.
Would you perceive this as a win-win for your party? Of course, you've gotten a reprieve. You're still able to field a candidate from your party. What are your views of today's ruling?
Yes, I think we got a reprieve, yes, as a party. Of course, we were very disappointed that Kathy Kilonzo was not cleared by the court. Nevertheless, we accept the ruling, although we are still discussing the ruling with a view to seeing whether there's a possibility of an appeal, not for the issue of the seat now, but I think generally it's a reprieve.
Right. Charles, looking at today's ruling, of course, again, to you, the legal implications, and are there any other avenues perhaps for Kathy to explore? Of course, we know the party has already fronted another candidate already, but what are the implications from your view?
First of all, the decision of today was going to have substantial implications on IEBC's future mandate and the ability to deal with nomination disputes. IEBC was saying that under Article 88 of the Constitution, it is their mandate to resolve these disputes. And of course, the petitioners, CORD, Kathy, the Wiper Party, they were saying that, look, in this particular case, IEBC was not impartial. So the court had to try and come to a middle ground in regard to those two issues. And I think the court did so by, first of all, upholding the jurisdiction of IEBC to deal with these issues, but also recognizing that there are fundamental rights involved, in this case for Wiper Party to present a candidate. And you could say blaming partially IEBC for failing to clear the air about Kathy Kilonzo earlier as far as Wiper Party was concerned.
David, your views on the credibility of the IEBC as pertains the situation that Kathy Kilonzo now finds herself in?
Well, you see, like the party, as soon as we nominated Kathy Kilonzo, on the 5th of June, we submitted her name to IEBC with all the details. And then we expected the IEBC, if there was anything wrong with Kathy's candidature, to check and inform us. But they waited and waited until the returning officer gave the certificate, and then they came around with the other complainants to say that Kathy was not, Kathy could not stand, that she was not qualified. And that is the basis on which we went to the court to appeal against the IEBC's decision.
So still question marks as far as you're concerned?
Yes, indeed, indeed.
As pertains the credibility of
indeed,
the IEBC?
we still think that it was not fair for the party, and it was not fair for Kathy.
And let's get to Mutula Kilonzo Jr.,
Yes.
your choice to pick him
Yes.
as candidate. A lot of people now viewing this as perhaps a family matter. You picked Kathy Kilonzo's brother, but what informed your decision to pick her brother to now contest for this seat?
First of all, the time that was given by the court was very short. The judgment was being given at noon, and we were given up to 6 o'clock to nominate another candidate. And naturally, we know the feelings of the people of Makueni is that they wanted somebody who will take over the late Mutula's seat from the family. And that is why we had nominated Kathy Kilonzo. But now, with that short notice, we had to go again and seek the views of the family. And of course, Junior came handy.
And we know he was hesitant. How did you manage to convince him?
Yes, but under the circumstances, we also have to safeguard the name of the late Mutula Kilonzo. And the people of Makueni, after consultations, they just wanted a member of the family from Mutula Kilonzo. And so we convened a very urgent NEC, which again deliberated on the matter, and we were able to reach a decision, and we are grateful that Junior accepted the nomination.
And Charles, and I'll get back to you on whether you have verified that he is actually a registered member. The Election Act and the fact that a candidate needs to be registered at least to a party at least 45 days before contesting in a seat such as the one that we're seeing Mutula Kilonzo now being fronted to contest for. Let's talk about the Election Act and perhaps just look at what now lies ahead, seeing that there's been a lot of brokering and you know, parties, and this is arguable, but parties seeing to field candidates a day to perhaps a political contest.
Lillian, I think one of the lessons we can say we have learned from both the general elections of 4th of March and the debacle, I would call it, surrounding the Kathy Kilonzo case and nomination, is that there is a very urgent need to clean up both the voters' register and the register of the political parties. And I think this is an exercise that has to be continuous and progressive. There are clearly claims by some parties that they lack confidence in the current state of IEBC's register. That process needs to be clarified. The voter register needs to be open for fresh inspection. We know the Constitution talks about continuous voter registration. The IEBC needs to reach out to the political parties, needs to reach out to other stakeholders, and also the register of political parties, who we noted before the March 4th elections was rather timid in putting order in the affairs of political parties. We are now in a new dispensation. We cannot have this last-minute rush from one party to the other. Parliament has to uphold the law. They should not amend or try to amend anymore the Political Parties Act or the Elections Act. I think this must come to an end. Kenyans are demanding certainty in the register because that is a foundation of free, fair and transparent elections.
Have you verified whether Mutula Kilonzo Jr. is actually a registered?
Yes, Lillian, the first thing we did when Junior accepted was to rush to IEBC. And we checked the register and demanded that we get confirmation from none other than the chairman of the IEBC himself, Hassan. And he did write a letter to confirm that he had checked properly and that Junior was properly registered in Makueni, in fact. And so we are very confident that we are taking a candidate to Makueni tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock to the returning officer, and we are confident that there will be no problem this time around. Expectations
of the people of Makueni, as you've seen in that story, they're very high.
Yes.
Are you confident that your candidate will secure the seat despite the controversy that surrounded Kathy Kilonzo's nomination by your party? Are you confident that Mutula is up to the task?
We are very confident. You can take this to the bank, that we are going to get this seat with big majority. And we are very confident, and tomorrow we'll go there. The people of Makueni will be waiting for us, and even you can see it for yourself tomorrow, the reception that our candidate will receive from the people of Makueni.
And Charles, what lies ahead for Kathy now in the event that she's actually found to have fraudulently acquired this slip? What lies ahead for her, and indeed her career as a lawyer?
I think, Lillian, I would like to be very cautious on this issue and say that investigations need to be done by the police, as has been requested by IEBC's Dispute Resolution Tribunal. There is no certainty that the investigations will show that she committed any wrongdoing or that there is enough evidence to take the matter forward. Of course, if there is evidence to take the matter forward, any suspicion of a criminal offense is very serious for a lawyer, for a member of the public. And I don't want to start contemplating what would be the possibilities. I think our members of the public know what are the possibilities if you are charged with a criminal offense. As far as the legal profession is concerned, there's always also that possibility or risk that any conviction for a criminal offense can come and interfere with also your professional career as an advocate, because the Law Society of Kenya has a disciplinary committee. But I say the presumption of innocence is very critical. We give Kathy the benefit of the doubt. We know already she's suffering the loss of her political ambition, which even that was imposed on her. It was not what she initially wanted, but she's suffering the loss of that.
And I like that you said that, and politics is not for the faint-hearted. And perhaps as we wind up, just something short from you as we wind up, as pertains what is coming, what's a week ahead, coming from CORD, of course, your expectations, and a message just to your people as we wind
First
up.
of all, I want to say that we are studying the judgment that was given this afternoon, and there is a possibility that we are going to appeal against some of the aspects of that ruling. Now, the week ahead, tomorrow we will be in Makueni, and after that we are going to camp. The whole CORD fraternity is going to camp in Makueni until the elections are completed.
Right. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your time. With me in studio, Charles Kanjama, advocate of the High Court, and David Mutula, chairman, Wiper Party. And let's move on to other news of the day. And the confusion surrounding learning in public schools has been cleared, with the Cabinet Secretary in charge of education announcing that learning in public primary schools will resume Monday next week. But education experts say the government must devise a workable program on how schools will recover the time lost during the teachers' strike without exerting undue pressure on candidates expected to sit national exams next term and without interfering with the holiday calendar. Sylvia Chabet reports.